we go.
Whoa, everybody. Hey, we just found out a second ago. We're not on Facebook, so we're telling everybody on YouTube, come on over to YouTube. I don't know how to let people know. But something happened again. What's up, Carlos? We only been gone a week, man. I tell you, 1 week time.
I don't know.
He was just on Facebook. I knew something was wrong. I couldn't change my Mr. Charles act. One of them things. Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen. I go to the chat and see who's going to be over there. But it says something about reconnecting to Facebook. And of course, it's above my pay grade. I hope people come on over because we got
I'm
a
gonna
great.
share the link, man.
Okay. Hanging out, special guest. Technical difficulties, not us.
Oh, somebody came in. The good thing about it, a lot of people are subscribed to the YouTube page. So it looks like
Yeah. I said, I ain't seen nobody. Somebody came in. Somebody made a comment.
no, they came in though.
Oh, they came in. All right.
On
Well,
YouTube. I'm gonna share the link right now. 1 second. Two. We
I
got two.
wonder if I should. Hey, Avis. We're having issues, technical difficulty. I wonder if I should share it to my page as well, from your page.
Of course, yeah. Everybody's page. Go to the YouTube and share it to your Facebook.
What's going to be on your page? I just go on your page and share, can't I?
Yeah, I didn't get there yet. 1 second.
We're trying, Avis. We're trying to get it.
How was your weekend when you got back? Hmm? Oh, Mr. Charles left. Okay. I'm looking at my screen like, oh. All right, 1 second. Let me get this back up. Share. Copy. Go to Facebook. What's up, mother? Did you get your gift? You never let me know you got your gift. For your birthday. We are live with Brian Price. Post. All right, what's up, y'all? We got people coming in here now. Got to share it. See y'all coming in. Let everybody know where y'all coming in from. Where y'all chat in the chat. We got somebody watching from Twitch. Okay, the Twitch account working. Mr. Charles is back. Mr. Charles is gone.
Is it over?
Mr. Charles is on a bathroom break. He got me up here by myself. Shout out to Rondi Hackett, the professor of excellence.
I quit.
He had a great event this weekend. Mr. Charles is back. The bathroom break.
Is it over? Is it over? They just kicked me out in the middle of my speech. We getting it, people. Yeah, we gonna fight through this, Carlos. It's not our fault. Okay, tell people to come over. I couldn't even get on Facebook. It wouldn't even let me get on Facebook. without kicking me off. So I just feel like I just leave it alone. But anyway, take it away, Carlos, and then I'll say my little spiel. I'm gonna try something real quick.
Well, people in here, they in here. What's up? What's up, Melba? How you doing?
Melva, how are you today?
Like I was saying, Mr. Charles came down to Rondi's event for Thursday. Saw him for first day of the event, and then we enjoyed Friday night. Then they had like a open format, like anybody who wanted to teach on Saturday morning could come up there and teach something. That was pretty cool. And then me and Teresa left and went to the trail ride rodeo thing, which was like 20 minutes away. And I ain't never experienced nothing like that, bro.
A lot of people that brought. I saw that. A lot of people. I said, how could you even find Teresa?
It was 6,000 when we was there, but we left a little early, so we wouldn't get caught in that traffic leaving. So when we was leaving, it was still like a mile of worth of cars still coming in. Like it was crazy. I ain't never experienced nothing like that. Like that it was all good energy though, good vibes, good energy, good food.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Me and our guests were just talking about this. We were just talking about this. And
Teresa, she got to ride a horse. Yeah.
Uh-oh. All right. Ride a horse.
Speaking of, I guess.
Yes. Speaking of our guests. First of all, everybody, I want to say hi. I'm still messing around with this thing. I'm trying to share Carlos's page with my page, and then I'm going to leave it alone, and hopefully people can get on over there. I want to say a couple of things real quick. We weren't on here when it was Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to I hope you ladies had a wonderful Mother's Day last weekend. Special Mother's Day to one of the mothers that we forgot, and that was Queen Sheila, because she was the mother of this podcast right here. And we don't never, ever want to forget her. So Queen Sheila, hope you will never, ever, ever, ever be forgotten. Ava said, how long did it take to get this up? Anyway, let's go with our guest. Everybody know me, Mr. Charles? Everybody know Carlos. It's good to see him. Teresa, my wife loves seeing you guys, which was great, and seeing all the people. But we have a guest today. I knew my thing before he knew me, or vice versa. But I did one of his dances at Queen Sheila's event, and we didn't get a chance to talk to him long because we have 5 or 6 people on here. So we are going to welcome Brian Price.
South Boston in the building.
Yeah, what's the him? You the him?
Come on,
Brian. Trying to get in here today. You in there? There you go. All right, bro. How you doing, Brian? We can't hear you. Hit your.
I can't hear you.
Hit your audio.
Can you hear me now?
Verizon. Yeah, I know that.
Okay. I want to bring you greetings from the ATL.
He's at the ATL. What are you doing at the ATL? Yeah. Yeah. Can we hear you at the ATL?
I work for the Virginia Rural Health Association, and we've got our national conference in Atlanta this week, and I got to do a presentation on Tuesday morning, so I had to come down to the ATL and get a few things done.
Okay.
Carlos, I think he's pretty deep. He sounds deep, Carlos. He's giving out presentations about line dancing.
Oh yeah.
No, not about line dancing. Line dance, somebody got to pay the insurance.
Yeah, I know that's right.
You know what I'm talking about? Somebody got to pay the insurance.
So true. Well, Brian, we always question about like only you can it that way. Only you can.
I think you broke up with Charles.
Brian.
He said,
Yeah,
He
you
said
broke up,
basically
Mr.
that he
Charles.
said describe yourself and talk about you in the way only that you can. Talk about like what you got going on. Well, first of all, before you do that,
All right, well,
because people always get it confused.
okay.
Everybody in Richmond, when I tell them you in South Boston, they think you in
Yeah.
Boston, Massachusetts, the South part of it. So tell everybody where is South Boston at?
Okay, all right. For people to understand where South Boston is, I'm gonna give you a different reference to handle that. Okay, if you think about Virginia and North Carolina, and you think about that border, that line, Virginia, North Carolina. If you go probably 45 miles straight north of Durham, North Carolina, you will hit South Boston, Virginia. And so we're 45, 50 minutes from Durham, about an hour and 15 minutes from Raleigh, about an hour from Chapel Hill, about an hour and a half from Greensboro, about an hour and 45 minutes from Winston-Salem. So if you think about South Boston, Virginia, we're right on that North Carolina, Virginia border.
You're an hour
So
from everything.
do y'all feel more like North Carolina people because y'all so close to the major cities in North Carolina than you are to Richmond? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all closer to the bigger cities in North Carolina than y'all are the bigger cities in Virginia. So do y'all feel?
Now, Carlos, that's interesting. You hit it right on the head, because when we first started going to other events, we would go to Carla and Tyke's events in Winston.
Yeah.
We go to
Yeah.
James Carr's events in Durham. We
Yeah.
dance with Tracy Green and all the folks in Creedmoor. So it's in between an hour and 15 minutes. Whereas for us to go to you in Richmond, it's 2 hours or more to go to
Yeah.
Richmond.
Yeah.
So the first person that we actually got together with in Virginia was Mickey Ferguson in Lynchburg, because she had just done the jump off. And the jump off blew up and everybody was doing the jump off. And we found out that, Mickey was only in Lynchburg, which is about an hour from us as well. So like you said, Mr. Charles, we're about an hour from everywhere.
Yeah. It's weird to hear the word Lynchburg. That always messes me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just something
But where's behind that?
Yeah. So, all right. Well, go ahead and continue. That was a good question, Carlos. So tell us about you in your, what we call it, South Boston, Virginia.
Okay. Right now, I'm teaching in two cities, really. In Danville, which is 30 miles west of South Boston, and I teach in South Boston. So started a group. It's a really interesting story. Like so many other instructors and choreographers, I started working at the Parks and Recreation Department. And I was in charge of all the health and wellness classes. And there was this young sister, her name is Monica Diallo. And Monica would come up from the Triad, from Greensboro, Winston-Salem, and she taught classes in Danville. And she started to go back to college, and she wanted, to get a degree and get a higher degree. And she said, I can't continue to drive an hour and a half, drive an hour to teach class. So you got a pretty good group going, and I don't want to see you lose the group. So you either need to find a new instructor, or you need to find somebody that can take over. And so, I thought, I got a little bit of rhythm. I can dance a little bit. I can move, to fro. And I'm naturally a teacher. That's what I do. I teach, I facilitate, I teach. That's what I do. So I said, it can't be that hard, right? It can't be that hard. That's what I said to myself.
Yeah.
It can't be that hard. So instead of losing the class, I started with her. And the first dance that we did was the Zydeco bounce. That was the first dance that we did.
I remember Zydeco.
And, yeah. And so we took off from there. and I started taking over the classes. It started, moving. We typically right now have in our beginners nights, I don't have 200-300 like Carlos got, but he in Richmond.
Yeah.
I'm in Danville.
Yeah.
I ain't got 200-300.
South part
I
of
got
Virginia.
30-35, right? I got 30-35. And
You're
so,
our way.
we doing what we can do. Right. We doing what we can do. Having a good time, loving it, learning it, trying to throw down as much as we possibly can, and just enjoying it, man, and just meeting beautiful people and getting the spirit of everybody that's around. It's just a beautiful thing. It's just a beautiful thing. And Carlos, I was telling Mr. Charles while we were talking before it got started. Claudette Melton Morrison, she was the first instructor that came to one of my classes, right?
Wow.
And she saw how I taught, and she saw how I did, and she said, I want you to come down to Myrtle Beach and do one of my events. She said, I want you to come down and do one of my events. So I didn't tell any of my students. I didn't tell any of them, right? So I went down on some recon. I wanted to go, Mr. Charles, you know what I'm talking about. I went down recon to see what it was all about.
Check it out.
Yep.
And so I went down to Georgetown, and Carlos, I met Bernard. I met Lala from Alabama.
Okay.
I met Lamont Potts. I met Franklin Jones. I met Tanya Young. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, wait a minute. She had a line dance event, and she got people from Alabama. She got people from Ohio. She got people from New Jersey. I said, oh, man, what is going on? What have I gotten myself into? And as soon as I got back home, I was telling everybody, oh, we got to go. We got to go. We got to move. We got to move. We got to move. And so, it just, I couldn't believe, the people that I was running into, the people that I was meeting. And, they all still real good friends of mine and mentors that, I learned from. And, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It still is.
Yeah, everybody loves Claudette. A lot of legends pull up.
Yeah, she came up to me on the cruise when I met Carlos Sam, and she said, you're Mr. Charles. I said, yeah, how you know? She said, someone told me to go to the guy who was taking all the pictures. That's one of my students that told me. And I was we want to read some of this off to you. Can you see over on the screen, on the chat screen, Brian? The people are yelling, are giving you a shout out.
No, I can't see nothing, Mr. Charles.
Yeah, look, Achilles still in Greenville at Rondi's event. I know Tammy and April are still there. A lot of people that are still there, they had their little brunch thing that went to like 5 or 6 o'clock. So they still there in Greenville.
Alexa said hello. This True Essence Sliders, is that the Essence you're talking about?
Yeah, that's Captain T.
Of the song?
That's my partner. That's my
She was in Greenville this weekend too. She was in Greenville this week.
Oh, did she do a review of the food?
I
wait for the
yeah,
review.
she always was live, right? The restaurants, right? I didn't see that. I don't know. I don't think she went this time. I told her she gotta
Mel was talking about
be more consistent with that.
Yellow,
that's right.
Hello, Brian. Hand pink waving. Oh, I guess she was hand pink waving. She said it twice. Melvin from Tampa. Mel was always one of our. You have Michelle Silver.
Okay.
Brian, it's Michelle Silver from Seattle. Okay. She's looking good. Alicia Williams. Hi, Alicia.
Yep, she would.
That's my classmate. That's my classmate.
Yeah.
She's blowing up. Y'all know
Alicia was in Greenville
up.
too.
She is blowing up.
Was she there when I was there Thursday, Carlos?
No, she got there Friday.
Well, she came Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do tell Rondi we had to work. That's why people ask me right now, Mr. Charles, you don't put as many things out anymore. I said, Mr. Charles found the working class again. After 17 years, I am going. I'm not used to people telling me what to do, man. So I drove a golf cart for 4 hours today. So I was playing golf. Calls just drive. We had to pick people up in commencement, but you know, me and my wife, we soccer game last night. But hey, that's the way. This is my retirement plan, I guess. I guess this is what I chose. My retirement plan. But okay, you got another D Gardner.
Southside. I think that's part of his people. I think Southside.
That's Southside in the house.
Yep.
Always, always. Carlos will tell you.
So what did
we
you
roll deep?
Yeah, we got to get to that. We got to get to when you had your event because Carlos was out there. You know, we're gonna just go straight to that. Carlos, how did you feel, Carlos, being out there in South Boston?
Well,
Virginia,
the drive
when
in,
you went?
because I had literally just got off a plane coming there from Miami. But the drive in to South Boston is beautiful. Like when you get in there, and this, I'm like, I was mad I didn't bring my motorcycle because the ride was so beautiful coming in. Like seeing the hills and everything, I was like, yo, this is crazy. And just to get out of the city, it's a different feel to it out there, you know. So I really appreciated it. And then got there, came in, it was very welcoming. Everybody was like, you know, excited and everything. It was good feel, good event. I got there a little late though, but the thing that I did get to experience was great. It was.
Well, my question, Carlos, he got how many acres? 100 and how many acres? Ain't that the whole town?
That man got a small town.
He told me he got 100 some acres.
I live on a 125-acre farm.
See, that's the town. That's the
Hey, look,
town.
so the trail ride we just went to, the R&B rodeo, was on a farm in Greenville, whatever, out there. The Simpsonville, which is outside of Greenville. They have a big,
but that's where that's at right now.
It was huge out there. But I told Brian, said, man, we gotta do something out there, man. We gotta do something out there. I don't know how much.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I had some of my people, I asked them, I said, where's a good place we could have a trail ride? And they own it. They said to tell Carlos, we can do it. We can handle it.
Yeah.
20,000 people out there.
We can handle it.
Yeah, because when you got land like that, you just, hey, look, charge everybody $30, tell them bring their own chair.
There you go.
That's what they did. That's what they paid me this deal. It was 7,000. It ended up being 7,000 people out there. Everybody just bring their own chair, coolers, and tents, and to make it work, man. It's easy. It's an easy process, you know. Cut the music.
Me and Brian talked about
the
that
music
too. When we say, Brian, hey, anybody bringing business to my business, y'all do y'all thing. You know, I thought line dancing would get this big. I don't care what you want to call it. Okay, what name you put on it. Yeah, it's phenomenal.
That's
but
right.
back to what you were saying, Brian, about meeting people. My biggest meet was when I was in 2014 when I went to Vegas and I saw Marva Black. Was it Marva Black? Marva Black. And we used to see her all the time. And she like had I call it like a posse around her. And she finally has a break. Finally squeezed in there. And I said, Marva, we do your dances. Blah, blah. I was surprised I met her. He said, oh, that, thank you. She said, thank you, sweetie. Man, I went back to my table. She called me sweetie, y'all. I mean, I was so hyped and so happy. So happy. Even honestly, when
I know it.
When I met Carlos and April,
I know exactly what you're saying, Mr. Charles.
The first time I on the line dance cruise, it's like everybody was there. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh my, all these people have been doing their dances. They're all there. And that's the joy, because that's what my students are saying now. Because when they saw Carlos and Teresa, they freaked out with Teresa. She came in. She was like short girl, like a movie. Like that. Okay. Everybody wants to So, and that's why we do it. This is why we do it. Is to meet people.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Because I can remember the first time I met Linda Sims. Because when I first started teaching, you know, I didn't know too many other instructors. I didn't know, you know, where to go, but I knew that I could go to YouTube and see Linda not only do the dance, but give you the instructional right behind it. And, you know, I followed her for years and years before I actually met her. And I was fanboying. I ain't gonna lie. I said, oh man, that's Linda Sims. That's Linda Sims. And, you know, it was just, and I walked up to her and she was, you know, she's just regular people, just regular people. How you doing? You know, everything just moving on. And it is, and everybody's like that, right? You know, nobody thinks that they're a superstar or anything like that. everybody just real chill.
Everybody.
And
That's what we
because
want.
I can remember at Carlos's last event at the beginners ball, my folks, they saw Shantae and Gerard, and they were like, that's that short girl, that's that short girl, right? And they were standing, you know, trying to take a picture with them, and you know, it was just
Was
crazy.
this the one in
And they
April?
were, you know, they went up and talked to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, because they wouldn't let her go to the bathroom. They was all taking pictures.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But
That's
you know,
that's the
it's just
job.
good to know that everybody's just people, right?
Yeah.
It's just people
Yeah.
who love to dance.
Yeah.
That's all.
And that's what we're doing. You know, my biggest thing, like I said, was the cruise, because so many can get on that cruise ship, and that was, you get to hang out with them and stuff.
So
What did you do
ever,
before all this? Go ahead, Carlos. I've been
Yeah, I was
talking
gonna say,
for a couple of days.
you ever think you would be involved in it so big? Like, you know, you just taught, you know, the workshop at Linda's event, and that was like, that's a huge workshop, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, a lot of events you go to, they split the workshop. They have a beginner workshop event. Y'all had everybody on the workshop. You know what I'm saying? It's like how did that feel, like to be a part of something like I'm really up here doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that feel?
You know, it's a great feeling, Carlos, but it's also a humbling feeling, right? To
Man.
stand in front of that many people and have that much attention directly focused on you, right? And they looking to you to guide them and where you want to go. So it's really humbling to stand in front of that amount of people, but it's also exhilarating because, you know, we always talk about move the crowd. It's, you can move the crowd, right? And to see, you know, 1,200 people during your dance, man, that's a powerful drug. That's a very powerful drug. And I'm not gonna lie, after I got off stage, I was exhausted, right? I was just completely exhausted because I didn't realize the energy that everybody was calling from me to give to them. Because nobody wants anybody to go on stage and bomb, right? They don't want them to bomb. They want them to move the crowd. And so having all those people, you know, give me that energy to teach the dance and to get them moving in it, and then they enjoy it, man, that was powerful. That was powerful.
Yeah.
Well, you know, one thing that I know, Carlos, there's two people in the line dance profession that I know of that when they're dancing, they're smiling. And this is this brother here and short girl. But they, you know, you had that price. You look like you just enjoy yourself, my brother, like it's supposed to be. even when you're teaching.
I love it.
When you're teaching, that big bright smile on his face. I try to tell my students that sometimes. I like you happy. You know me, I yell. I'm the yell guy.
Right.
You already know me.
I mean, I look at all of the different things that people put on Facebook and all the different social media about the benefits of line dancing. I mean, you know, I tell my people all the time, right? Where are you going to go where this many people are together trying to do the same exact thing and want to help everybody in the room to do it, right? No competition. No, you know, it don't matter if you want to put a spin in it, if you want to put this in it, if you want to put that, that's cool. But we want everybody to succeed and everybody to have a great time. And when in your daily life do you experience something like that? You got to enjoy that. You got to love it. And if you don't, you shouldn't be there.
Rare.
Waste each other's time. Well, I guess
what was your first event? Mr. Charles asked this question a lot. Like, what was your first event? Like that first, like, you know, wow, like this is line dancing. Like,
I know, a shock.
Okay, I tell you, my first event was after I had done recon at Claudette's event. Claudette invited us back, right? and I came back to that event, but Rondi was the
Yeah.
DJ,
Yeah.
right? Rondi was the DJ, and Rondi had that whistle, right? He had that whistle, okay? And I'm sitting here, right? You know, I'm a new line dance instructor with a new group running around, and I'm sitting back like, how in the world does this man know every single solitary dance and can teach every single solitary dance and DJ at the same time
Crazy.
and blow the whistle?
Exactly.
And he can blow the whistle and have the crowd just crazy hype. Everybody just dancing. And I said, what in the world is this? And that's what, and that was like, oh man, I knew I had to step up my game. I knew I had to get right. I knew I had to stop playing. I knew I had to get it serious. And you know, I can thank Rondi for that. But just to watch him, he knew every dance, he knew every song, he knew different variations of every song. He could go on one side of the room and do that dance, come to the other side and fall right in and blow
That
the whistle.
professor.
And
That's what they call professor.
I was like, man, who
He was
is
doing
this?
that all this weekend.
Who
He was
is
doing
all
all
week-
this
oh,
weekend. His event.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
it. I believe
Yeah.
it. And never stopped and never got tired and never stopped. And so when I took my people down there, I think I took maybe 15, 17 people down there. And from then on, they were hooked, completely
That's what you want.
hooked. And wherever we want to go, wherever we want to do, because all I did is I said, you know, we going on a cruise.
Mhm.
We going on a cruise. And they said, when?
You want to hear?
They didn't say, nobody asked me how much. Nobody asked me how much.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Nobody said,
When?
where we going? They said, when, right? And so, you know, I told them, we going on the cruise, we going on the Bahamas, we going to have the whole damn
Yeah.
ship, right? And they like, okay, we going to the beginner's ball. Where is it? When we going? Right? We going to New Orleans. When is it? Where is it? You know, we went to Dari, we went to Linda Sam's. When we going? Where? Just let's go. And so, you know, it's gotten to the point now where I just tell I just let my people know, hey, this event, put it on your calendar, and they're like,
It's great
let's
to
go.
have people like. I'm gonna touch on something real quick with you, Brian, about
Okay.
about my man Rondi. Now, Carlos them met some of my students down there because I'm like 35 minutes away, and Ronnie teaches on Thursday. So my students like, Mr. Charles, we haven't abandoned you. I said, are you kidding me? I sent y'all down there. I'm going to his class. Are you crazy? I'm going on Thursdays. I tell my wife, Ronnie was doing some stuff I never see. So I know exactly. I ain't got no ego. I'm going down to his class and learn what I can on Thursday nights, 35 minutes away. So when you talk about the professor, and now he's the only one I know that be DJing and all over the place. And then he runs back to the music just before it goes off and stuff. And I told him, I said, man, since I've known you, you have really grown in this thing. You know, Carlos too. I see that growth in a lot of people in this business. You know, 17 years, I've seen a lot of people just grow, and it's just amazing, especially even to be knowing them and stuff. So, but Carlos, I guess we better get to some of these Ricky Potts on there.
Yeah, because some people was answering his questions. So Captain T said she didn't have a chance to go out to eat to do any of the food stuff.
They do that.
And
Okay.
then Michelle,
I'll
Michelle Silva, I guess she wanted you to promote your event. She wanted to know when your date is for your next event.
We're gonna be there. We're gonna get to that because that will be for the announcements.
Okay.
So,
all right, and then we got.
And you know that's you know I think that's what's the word I'm looking for? But that's a great symptom and a great outcome of line dance and the line dance family. Michelle is in Seattle, Washington. Okay, you know it's not like she in Winston-Salem or Columbia or something like that. She in Seattle, Washington, right? And one of my students, she had her daughter and their family live out in Seattle, right? And so she went out to Seattle to stay with her daughter to help her with her next child. And so she was looking for a class because she didn't want to, because she was gone like 6 weeks or something like that, and she didn't want to not dance for 6 weeks. So she wanted to fall in with somebody, right? And so Michelle took her in like she was one of hers, right? And it was just, it was just that beautiful thing that Michelle didn't know me, I didn't know her, but she knew that this student was looking for somebody to teach him and to teach him right and to teach him correctly, and that she had been prepared for class. She had been prepared, to move through her class. And so me and Michelle been tight, but we are opposite sides of the country, right? To me, that only happens in line.
Get me started.
Yeah, that only happens in line. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, we on this podcast. I met Queen one time, and we was like brothers and sisters. One time at her what was that symposium called? The last one she had, the 10th.
Yeah.
One time we met, and I think about it constantly. But go ahead, Carlos. What else they saying over here?
Michelle said, "Preach, my friend." Teresa, we got Teresa Murphy from Danville, Virginia. Let me see.
Somebody wrote a book.
Ricky Potts said, "What's up?" Got Ricky Potts on here. Somebody at we got a Southside ULD Addy. Like to know if you have you always been a dancer? What's your journey to being the #1 line dance class in Southern Virginia and far-flung places like Samora?
Okay, #1.
With a bullet. #1 with a bullet. Well, I'm laughing. I'm laughing because where we are, I get Danville is probably about 44,000 people, maybe 41,000 people. South Boston, where I live, is 8,000 people, wow. Carlos. 8,000 is only 8,000 people.
Wow. All on your land.
Right. So so to have, to bring people together like that, right? Because some people in South Boston, it may sound different in Richmond, traveling 30 minutes to go to a class. For me, coming from South Boston to Danville, that's 30 miles, right? That's 30 miles that people travel. And I have people, D put in there that it was Samora. That's a little town in North Carolina. It's a one light stop town, right? Just a one stop light town, right? One. And if you get caught, you may sit there for 5 minutes because it ain't but one stoplight. Right?
That one light.
Right. And you might be late to class because you got stopped at that one stoplight, right? But it's people traveling, 30, 35, 40 miles to come to class because, there's nowhere else to go, right? So bringing those people together and, giving them that love, because just like you said, Mr. Charles, Carlos, Mr. Charles and I was talking about it, boots on the ground may get you in the class, but it's the instructor that keeps you coming to the class, right? And so, for people to travel 30 miles, 35 miles, 40 miles to come to my class, I don't take that lightly. I appreciate that and I understand. And so I try to give them my best, because if they're going to commit that type of resources and that type of time, then I've got to give them my best, right? I got to give them my best. And so, but I think it says a lot, that people want to come that far and drive that far for
and people come through like now that you're a part of the community, like it's crazy because on any given week, somebody from anywhere in the country could be coming through and they'll
Anytime.
pull up on you. And
Mm-hmm.
that be throwing me off. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'll be telling my class, like, yo, we got somebody in here from Houston today. They'd be like, what?
Right.
They're like, oh, we got somebody in here from Louisiana today, or they was
Mhm.
driving through and they got some, and it's
I
like,
heard that.
so you as an instructor, you can't never be off. Like you always got to be like, because you never know
Nope.
who's going to be there every class. Once you get tapped in, people be looking at your schedule. Like you might post your class on Facebook, like for your local people, but people be watching that
Oh yeah.
that don't live it. It's like, yeah, am I ever coming through there? Let me see. Somebody in North Carolina might be coming to Richmond. They might think like, well, shoot, if I'm driving through there on the same day that he got in class, I might stop by his class. Like, you know what I'm saying? And
Check it out.
I know somebody that's gonna be popping up in your class. I ain't gonna say no names, but I know somebody personally that's gonna be popping up in your class, Brian.
Uh-oh. But Carlos, what you just said is the honest truth. It's the honest truth. Because that's how I met Rhonda Gaines
Yep.
Dixon.
Okay.
I had a meeting in Richmond on a Thursday night. I was staying in Richmond Wednesday and Thursday, and I was trying to find a class. So I could just keep. And so I'm looking and I'm searching, and I saw because it was Rhonda Gaines Coleman at the time, but Rhonda Gaines Dixon, and I saw that she had a class, and I just Facebooked her. I just Facebooked her, and she said, "Yeah, come on, this is where it's gonna be. This was
got
time
that class
it's
of
gonna
Colonial
be.
Heights.
Just come on."
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and we've been tight, and she and I've been tight ever since. And it just happened that I was going to Richmond, and I said, "Let me find a class," and I found hers, and we've been tight ever since. It just happened. Just happened.
And I tell people that all the time.
You gotta have a relationship.
Cause like
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of my friends, they pledged in college, Qs or Kappas and everything. I be bragging to them all the time about my line. I said, bro, my fraternity bigger than y'all's. Bro, this line dance thing,
Yeah, it is.
this line dance thing bigger than that. I can go to any city. I got a couch to sleep on. I got a bed to lay. It ain't even close. I can get somebody in line dance. I got a used car lot. Go get me a car. I can go get me a loan or somebody look at the bank. Like this line dancing thing is huge. Like it's like huge.
It is.
And it's like the biggest fraternity ever. Like
ever. And it's gonna be 3,000 of us on the ship. Hey.
Oh, is that the segue? No.
Oh, is that the segue?
Well, we better get some of this stuff off of here, Carlos.
Okay, let's get to it. Let's see what we got.
What we got here? I got a special one out here. This is just for me, real quick. As I'm gonna start doing this, I'm putting down happy birthday to all the wonderful Tauruses. I wonder why. But happy birthday, Tauruses. I just found out, Bernadette, your mom's birthday is the same day. And that's why I got my red on today. I'm representing.
Hey, Alicia, ain't your class on Monday? I can't drop in if you got the class on the same day, Alicia.
All right, which one you want to do, Carlos? National Line Dance Week. Go for it, because you're talking about some stuff.
National Line Dance Week is, did you put this up there? Did you put it up there?
I will.
Okay, I'll put it up there.
Okay, there we go. Is it on there yet?
It came up, it came down. I think might have double tapped it.
There you go.
So I gotta get my dates right.
Yeah, I told you.
Let's see.
We on YouTube. It ain't the same.
There you go. National Line Dance Week starts the second Monday of September, founded by Shirley Mitchell. September 8th. This year, September 8th through the 13th. Now, I'm gonna be doing the event locally, free to the community on the 13th, which is the last day of National Line Dance Week. And I want to do that every year. I want to do something big for Virginia. For the free, your favorite price. Stay tuned. I'm working with the city on some stuff. I'm trying to lock in this outdoor venue. About to do some big things. But yeah, that is National Line Dance Week, and I think everybody all over the country should be doing something. Even if you just throw a theme on something, throw
Yeah.
a theme on your class or something, just do
Something.
something fun for that week.
Yeah. And Shirley wants to be a host for a week, just like Alexa. I know you're out there, Alexa. I'm trying to get in touch with you that day.
Alexa was on
All
Greenville
right, here we go,
too.
Carlos.
All right.
I missed her. Wow, I missed everybody.
No, she was there on Thursday. Like, share, subscribe via Facebook or YouTube. Let's Talk Soul Line Dancing. And all y'all are watching on YouTube right now. So hit that like button on the YouTube page right now. I need 29 likes. There's 29 of y'all on here. I need 29 likes. And if you're watching the replay, hit that like button right now. And it don't cost nothing to hit that like button.
Nothing.
And subscribe, because you never know if we can't get back on Facebook for a while. So go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube page now. So when we go live, you'll get a notification every time we go live. All right, we got the Urban Line Dance Connection. I need to update my account on there because I have my classes on there. I got classes on there that don't even exist anymore. But yeah, if you have line dance classes, all your instructors go there and put your class information up there. If you got events, even day parties, if you do a day party, put the information up there. And if you created any dances, put it up there. Also, if you're, like Brian said, if you're out in a different city and you're trying to find a class, you can go to this website, and hopefully they're not like me and don't have outdated information. You can find out where a class is located at to get to a class.
Oh boy.
Then we got Universal Soul Line Dancing on Facebook. I think we got like 70,000 people in there.
Yeah, I'm looking a while. Yeah.
It's a lot of people on it. It's your Facebook's one-stop shop for all things line dancing, events, dances. It's where you get to see all the legends do what they do, and then one day you'll get to meet them at an event.
And be all excited.
Also, Universal Soul has the calendar for all of the weekend events. So if you want to look at the calendar right now, there are more events than there are weekends. I think there are like 70 events. There's only 52 weeks. But there's a lot of events going on. So you go to that calendar and you can check out what's going on in every city.
Now this one is very important today since we didn't get on
donations. This might be the reason why our Facebook is down. Cash App money sign McFadden JE, or you can Zelle 813-416-8799. All this money goes to the McFadden family, who's keeping this page running for Queen Sheila. Joe himself, her husband, is running that account to keep this thing going.
Man, we got 2 more, and we'll get back to you, Brian. Want to get our station identification out the way. What does that one say right there?
That's the most important one.
Yeah, this is the one. Also, Linda Harding.
Oh, she was at Greenville this weekend.
I'm bad.
She was in Greenville this weekend too. And look. I don't mess with Linda at events. I'm not gonna say why on his live right now. I'm not playing. When Linda walk around with that bag, yeah. I ain't messing with you.
You got that bag.
I ain't messing with Linda.
I'm trying to get her out here for the longest.
Of a certain type of liquid. She is a connoisseur of a certain kind of liquid. And she had the whole gym lit. But
if you,
yeah, she has this. So this is a very important website, actually. Especially if you are getting into line dancing or you don't travel that much. It's a lot of history on this website, www.urbanlinedancehistory.com. Different regions of the country have history on here, how they got started, where they at. A lot of the legendary instructors going all the way back to like Dave Bush. And people like Roland Ford and Queen Sheila, who's passed away. Like a lot of people that pioneers that set the stage. You can learn a lot about how this thing got started. Right here at www.urbanlinedancehistory.com.
I sent Carlos my portfolio a couple weeks ago, my resume, and I ain't put nothing on that, Carlos. I need to do that there. That's why.
Yeah, for real. That same thing you sent me, send it to her.
For real.
That same thing. And then we got Soul Line Dance Radio.
That volume of work.
Yeah, it took me 20 minutes to read all Mr. Charles's stuff.
I didn't realize it was that much stuff, man. You just do stuff. You don't count. You just do it for the love of it.
SoulLineDanceRadio.com, y'all. We got our own radio station. I'm updating it once a week. I think I do it every Monday. I add more music to it. If you have music that you think that might not be on there, you can email me at SoulLineDanceRadio@yahoo.com, I believe. Yeah, don't give me Yahoo or Gmail. Send it to both. Send it to Yahoo and Gmail, one of them. But yeah, or you actually can send send a message through the website, SoulLineDanceRadio.com. There is an app out now on my page for Android users. The iPhone app will be out in a couple of weeks, so it's pretty awesome. Like we got some good stuff. If you have an iPhone now, you can still use the player on the website, just like a regular thing. You listen to it in your car or whatever. So it's awesome. Right now we got mixes throughout the week, throughout the day. 7 o'clock every morning, Monday through Friday. We got Lady Steph DJing at 7 o'clock. So you're on your way to work. You can tune in to Lady Steph mixes. You got DJ Chops at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you driving home to drive at 5. You got DJ Chops. And then we'll be adding Quan, DJ Q, to the 9 o'clock at night mix every night, Monday through Friday. So plenty of opportunities to tune in. I think at 10 o'clock a.m. we do the club mix with all the club line dances, like Flags and Biker Shuffle and all those dances they do in the club. So it's plenty of music all day, every day, 24/7. Soul Line Dance Radio.
Hey Brian, I used to sit back and I remember when
Yes, sir.
used to talk to Carlos and he had all this energy, and then all of a sudden Carlos says it kind of like disappeared, and I know why. Because he be doing so much stuff, man. He be everywhere. He got all the podcasts. What's up, Carlos? Oh man, I just got my and now since I'm on the work, I understand.
You don't understand, like once you get engulfed in a community or a world, a thing, like it's a lot. Like 3 podcasts.
Yep.
I do my own on Tuesday at noon. Then I got the one with Quan and Steph Tuesday night. Then I've been doing this for a long time with Mr. Charles on Sunday. Then my class on Monday. Then I'm usually traveling on Thursday to go to an event. Like we was just in Greenville. This Thursday I'm flying out at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to Omaha, Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like,
wow,
this is all I do. Like I really just not to mention we still put together the cruise as we speak. Yes. And so it's
scared to call him. All right, Dan. Other way.
Oh yeah, and I have an 8-year-old son.
That's not
a lot.
Yeah.
Like,
hey Brian, you want to read this one out here, Dan?
And don't forget Teresa.
That's a whole other job.
Teresa now.
That's a whole other job.
Okay, all right.
So look, and it's my first time. I feel like Mr. Charles, it's my first time being like a nobody in my own house. Like, we went to that trail ride event. I'm no exaggeration. She probably took 1,000 pictures. Like people was going crazy. In that community, she's big in our community, but in that community,
big there.
It's crazy. Like I was taking people's phones, taking pictures the whole time for her. Like it was just,
who are you?
I have never dated anybody like that before. I'm like, yo, I'm holding her bags, I'm holding stuff. I got her phone, her cup, and taking pictures, and I'm like, so that's a job in itself, So
she's doing a wonderful job, though. She's come a long way. I'm gonna let you read this one, Brian, about Dance of the Week.
Well, the dance of the week is my newest dance. It Carlos always told me, if you're gonna promote somebody, promote yourself.
Yes.
Right? That's what he told me. He said, if you're gonna promote somebody, promote yourself. Or let me change it. Don't forget to promote yourself. Right?
I know.
So the dance of the week is my newest dance, and it's a mashup between a song from Aaliyah and a song from Effervescence. And the dance is Bring Me With You. It's an intermediate dance, but I wanted to stretch my wings just a little bit and try something a little different. But that's the dance of the week. And while I got the floor, Mr. Charles, I don't know if you remember, but we were talking just a little bit ago on the podcast, and Carlos was telling you about the event that we had in South Boston, right? And that he was a little late to the event, and he had to do this, but see, he not giving himself enough credit, right? He not giving himself enough. See, Carlos, I had invited Carlos to be one of the instructors of the event, but this was one of the times that he went down to Miami to do recon for the Line Dance Groovy Cruise, right? Yep. And so he got back late from Miami, right? And so if Carlos had just said, B, I'm running late, I'm not gonna be able to make it, because it's a 2-hour drive from Richmond Airport to South Boston. Carlos still made that drive
commitment
after, and I'm like, oh man. And when he walked in the door, when he walked in the door, the people, they went crazy because they said, there go Carlos, there go Carlos. So, I know he might not be in Teresa's league. I know he might not be that kind of popular, right? But,
he's like that line dance.
Right. So, I can't tell you what it meant to me, that he did that, right? Because he could have easily said, I can't make it, man. I'm a little late. My flight got in late, because you know how you get when your flight is changed, you get stressed and you wore out.
I was mad too. We got
I know you was mad.
We got on the plane and they told us we had to get off the plane. I was like, what? Oh my God.
Well, people always
still came.
People always talk about power couples. What is their power? What is a power couple? You get Teresa and Carlos together in the line dance profession and sang with Short Girl, power couple. Especially now he's doing all this other stuff with the beginner's ball. And I remember when Carlos called me when he first did it, he said, I'm gonna do a beginner's ball because no one's never done one. I want something for everybody. That thing, look at it. What you got now, Carlos? 1,500 coming next year, please.
We're gonna see. We trying to do 2,000. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. See.
God. It sells. Beginners sell.
Oh.
I'm telling you, that's where you get the new people.
We might got to put Brian on that stage. We might got to put Brian on that stage. South Boston becoming deep.
Yeah. Well, somehow he told me he came up because I didn't know he knew me. I knew him because I did his dance. He came up to me, Mr. Charles. You Mr. Charles, right? Remember you, Brian? You was like, you make me feel good.
Look, Carlos. Everybody know Mr. Charles. Everybody, if they don't know him, they know of him.
Yeah.
Right. And I saw him. I said, "That's Mr. Charles. That's Mr. Charles." He don't realize. Right. He don't realize. For someone, and especially a man in line dance, we watch each other.
Yes.
Right. We watch each other, and if we don't support each other, who gonna support us?
Thank you.
Right? Who gonna
ain't
support
that many
us?
Of us.
So when I saw him, I was like, "Oh man, he been in the game for a minute and still kicking, right? Still kicking it." And so I said, "I got to meet him. I got to meet him." And it's been a good friendship ever since. Been a good friendship ever since.
I'll be teaching at your event this year.
And that's why
There you go.
that's why
Yeah.
Mr. Charles is going to be the when you first board the ship, he'll be right there in the atrium with the microphone greeting all y'all when you come on. So if you
Hey,
don't know
I
him,
ain't mad.
if you don't know him, you're gonna know him when you get on that boat, when you get on that ship.
It was funny when we was on the ship last time, cause there's people saying, Mr. Charles, they're in the elevator. We don't even know them. Mr. Charles, because I stop and talk to everybody. I do. I just try to stop and talk to everybody and stuff.
Yeah, that's
My wife know I'm on the podcast. What you calling me? Well, go ahead.
that is funny to me. But yeah,
I see you.
She said she coming home. All right, baby. I was on the podcast. She's on the way home from a job. She went to a fair, huh?
I totally forgot about that. Lord.
Those are positive.
All right.
They listening to you now. I got you on the podcast.
Hi,
what's up,
everybody.
Annette?
What's up, Annette? How you doing?
Not a whole lot.
All right, sweetheart. I see you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Love you. Yeah, she worked today in one spot. I worked at another spot today. I told you we're working. We got to do like they do. They be going. I'm trying to catch up with Carlos. Then they be everywhere. I want to go somewhere. You know, just a couple places here and there.
I know that's right.
And it takes money. And it takes money. That's for sure. But man, you are right now. You're coming up now. You're coming up fast. You are, because like I said, I see what you're doing, and now you're meeting the right people. Carlos talk about all the time. Relationships matter. It matters. People saw Teresa and Annette and like they was been knowing each other for 100 years. And this is my student. Now, they tripping off of Teresa, but she's like her and Annette like this is tight. This is what we're talking about.
Brian is a natural though. You can tell he's comfortable amongst people.
Yeah, that's great.
Some people
that's what we
like that. He's very comfortable amongst people and personable
and wait till you get on this cruise. Everybody keep talking about it.
Mr. Charles, let me tell you this story. Story. It was an event. It was the Linda Sims event, and I had just been on the stage, right? You know, we talked about that earlier. I had just been on the stage, and so I got off the stage, and some young brother came and got me, right? Some young brother came and got me. He's right on the other side of the screen right now, right? He came and got me, and he said, "Look, let me holler at you for a minute. And he took me aside, right? And he and I had a conversation, right? And I ain't gonna tell all that was in the conversation because that was a conversation for us. But the fact that Carlos at that time, you know, him being Carlos, right? You know, he the line dance prince, right? And I had just come off the stage and just did what I did on the stage. And he thought enough of me to come and have a conversation. And I mean, we had a pretty deep conversation for a while, right? And Carlos, we knew each other. We knew of each other. But for him to do that, you know, and, you know, I may have never told Carlos this, but that meant the world to me, you know, to have that support, to have that understanding, and then, you know, if anything else, to have that encouragement, to let me know, hey, you being seen, right? We see you, but you know, sometimes even in this line dance world, you can feel like you're kind of invisible, right? Because there's so many people, right? But for somebody the stature of Carlos to come and have that conversation with me, and Carlos, I took it to heart, and I hope that I'm doing what I need to do. But it's amazing, and you don't always get that in every walk of life.
Not enough.
And so I just wanted to let Carlos know that I appreciate it.
And that makes a difference. Yeah, that makes a difference in people's lives.
A lot of people that's putting in work and like me being a sports athlete coach, you know, I've always been an eye for talent. But like I saw Brian, like the way he was talking, the way he was engaging the crowd, making them laugh a little bit, and then bring it back to the class and then work. I was like, oh, this guy got it. Like he got. I don't know if he got it. But
we usually don't.
Because some people don't know they got it. Like they need, like, you know, they don't need it. I'm not gonna say need it, but sometimes people don't know like they belong or they supposed to be here. Like, no, like this ain't bigger than you. You probably might be bigger than this. Like you are,
You don't realize how big you are.
it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the beginning, you know. So it's like, yeah,
You're around the right people.
spot. Like,
Right people.
yeah.
I don't have enough time on this show to tell you all the stuff Carlos has done for me. So Brian, I already know exactly. I feel so blessed, man. I said with the people that I know, his mom, all these people, and Ronnie down the street, and it's a great group of people. That's what I'm talking about. It's a great group of people. And it's like you said, like he said at the beginning, this is just a start, man. Your first cruise with us? Oh yeah, this is just a start. Yeah.
I tell people the cruise is different because we line dancing, but it's a vacation. And the reason why there's so many of us that's super tight that been going on a cruise, because unlike those short little 2-day events or 1-day events, like we don't talk about the time all the times we had dinner sitting around talking or on the beach talking or just talking about what we're trying to go with line dancing, like it's all sidebar combos, and man, it's different. It's different, man.
And you spread out. You know, when we used to go to these conventions, everybody hang out together in a little bitty little ball, and they all eat together, and they go this together. The cruise, you might not want to go over here. You might not want to go over here and play. You do what you want to do and stuff, and you meet other people that's doing it. But in there, you go eat dinner. For the weekends, you go eat dinner, you go hang out, and then you go back to dancing. Cruise, you got everything to do. You're going to enjoy it. And then you got one of the wildest cruise directors ever that's going to keep the ship.
But like I tell people, imagine, like visualize, because people y'all go on a cruise, and that it happened so many times. I'm in the hot tub with somebody from Denver, California, Florida. We in it just talking. Like it's amazing feeling, man, to be amongst all these great people. And then you don't even know, like, there's so many groups I didn't know existed. And then you start being amongst them, like, oh, okay, yeah. Because we know all the big names, but there's a lot of people out there in them same cities that get overlooked, overshadowed. And then you be like, oh, okay. Then I start watching their page, and I'm like, okay. Like, it's a lot, man. It's about networking.
It is. And that's what the line dance family, like you said, Brian. What'd you say, Brian? I didn't know it was this big. Remember me?
I didn't.
Like I said, I don't even call it a community anymore. It's way bigger than a community. It is, and getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Look at Ricky Potts. Yeah, man, I forgot. Ricky Potts. He said, I appreciate what you gave me yesterday. It's off the chain. Yeah,
and I miss Ricky Potts too. Do you say Alexa was there Thursday?
Yeah.
Carlos? Alexa was there Thursday?
She was there. She was there the whole week. Alexa was there a week early. She got down there early. She was already there.
She didn't come up to me and say nothing? Oh, Alexa.
I didn't see her too. She was sitting in the back. I didn't see her to the end. I didn't know she was in there either.
She just been saying, we spoke on Thursday, Mr. Charles. Oh, I guess I'm getting old.
Mr. Charles was hugging so many people, he probably didn't realize who he was hugging.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
She should have said, I'm Alexa.
Because we were at the beginner's ball. And Alicia Taylor Williams and I are tight. Yeah. And we were like, how did we not take a picture with each other? Right? You know, like it's just so many people.
Yeah.
Like, wait, how did we miss taking a picture with each other?
You should let me know.
You know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I would have got over there.
Yeah, that's true.
You know me, I would have got over there for sure. You know, and that's that secret of taking pictures. You talking about Mr. Charles know so many people? Mr. Charles take pictures of everybody, and they have to smile or introduce myself. Hey, I'm Mr. Charles. Most of them, a lot of them know me, but I get a smile from everybody all the time, man. I love it. I do. My class, Mr. Charles, you took a lot of pictures. Carlos, I took 48. Are you out your mind? 48 is not a lot of pictures.
That's not for you. Not for you.
Not for you. Not
Ain't
for you.
No way. Okay. She said Carlos got hugs. You said of Carlos, get hugs of all. I get is a wave. Oh, I just waved at her? Wow. Shame on me.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
You gotta say something.
so you waved at her, and she came and gave you a hug.
Oh, she came and gave me a hug? Okay. Yeah, she's one in my hug, I guess. Look at everybody. I'm sorry, Lex.
Hey, Carlos, he talking about you. He talking about you. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lex. That's messed
Okay.
up. But in all seriousness, it's good to see, like we were saying, it's good to see another guy out here. We need more guys. You know, what was it, Carlos? 420 men on the ship. With least it's like 2,400 women. Oh man.
We say,
Come on,
oh
guys.
yeah, it's a lot of people, man.
We need more men.
But everybody got to come with their good energy because we got letting the people, you know, it's always, you know, some people coming, you know, the bad apple is gonna be on there. But everybody just stay positive. We gonna have a good time, man. You know, we just gonna rock out.
Okay. All right, y'all gotta take care of me though. Okay, y'all gotta take. This is my first cruise.
Oh, you straight?
I've never been on a
Oh,
cruise.
you gonna be good.
I've never been on a
Stay away
cruise.
from the
And I can tell you, don't worry. A lot of the people that I'm bringing with me, this is their first cruise, right? This is the first cruise they've ever been on. But they heard line dance, cruise, let's go. They heard nothing else. All they heard was line dance, cruise.
I tell people, if you've never been on a ship before, you might want to have the motion sickness bands or take the little Dramamine or something like that beforehand. But I'll be good. Some people it's different for some people, but everybody's body is different, whatever. But the fun part, you ain't gotta worry about that. The fun gonna be had. You ain't gotta worry. That's the one part.
Okay, we got that covered. Hey, Carlos, the last time we just went on the one we just went on Conquest, I forgot to tell you. I forgot I was on a ship. It was so smooth. I'm hoping the Conquest is always like that. When we was on there for those days, I had to remember we on the ship.
Yeah.
My first time we was on the ship, we were in one line, and then all of a sudden the line moved over here because the ship moved over there.
Yeah, well, because we don't have that. We don't have to get nowhere fast. Like the second day is the day at sea.
Yeah.
So people that don't know like the map, Miami and Bahamas is really close to each other. Like you literally could take a jet ski from Miami to Freeport in like 45 minutes. Like it's close. So like when we go out, people think we like way out there, but we not really. Like the ship really be cruising like real slow and basically going in a circle until we have to, because the second day is a day at sea. So we're literally between the Bahamas and Miami. Like, and we're not doing that. So that's why it's so smooth, because we're not going that fast.
Yeah.
We're just chilling. A lot of cruises that you go on, they go into cities every day. Like their ship is moving faster because they got to get to these places. They got to hurry up and get to these places. So that's when you might get a little bit more of the moving because the ship got to move faster.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, when this cruise is, we're not really going nowhere. Like we're going close to the equator. It's gonna be warm.
Yeah.
Best believe that. It's gonna be hot, but
hot.
We're not going that far.
Hey, Brian, you want to go ahead and make your announcements real quick?
Sure. Now, we've been talking about South Boston. Been talking about coming down to the country, and what a great time people had in the country. And it's funny. Carlos and Mr. Charles. We put out a save the date early, right? And the folks saw who the guest instructors were and lost their minds. They said, Teresa, right? Is it Teresa? Carlos, folks I didn't even know. I ain't never heard of these folks. I never seen these folks. They said, when do tickets go on sale, right? And then they heard that it was Achilles. Then they heard it was Carla, Beautiful Soul Matthews out of Winston-Salem. And then I still ain't announced Mr. Charles yet. And folks are just going crazy, right? Because they want to see, because last year we had an outstanding list of folks. This year we tried to keep up the tradition. and it's Saturday, November the 8th in South Boston, Virginia. The tickets go on sale July 4th.
Okay.
July
I
4th.
got more.
And it's going to be Country Life Stepping Part 2.
Okay.
Country Lights.
Part 2.
This is
Okay.
crazy because I remember
So we're looking forward to it. It's going to be crazy.
When I got off the plane from Miami, I had my boots already in the car. I was saying,
There you go.
God,
There you go.
I gotta go buy some boots.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you don't have
Yeah,
to buy no
I gotta
boots.
be
You
a
don't
character,
have
bro. I gotta be a character. I gotta be a character.
But
You got till
right,
November.
all right.
You got time. You got
All right.
time.
Thank
But,
you. Thank you. That's for sure.
right.
That's gonna be.
And Mr. Charles, that was the first line dance event in South Boston
Wow.
ever. Right? That was their first. So it was, we were trying to tell people because South Boston, it's only 8,000 people, right? So it's not a huge city. And we were telling them, no, we've got instructors from Lynchburg, we got instructors from Richmond, instructors from RDU that's coming. And so they bringing folks with them, right? And they were like, oh, okay, yeah, all right. And so, they was a little slow to buy their tickets. And when they found out it sold out, and they were like, what? It sold out. And like, yeah, it's sold out. And then Carlos will tell you, the floor was packed from the time it started until the time it ended. It was packed. And people were having a great time. Everybody was doing. And now all those people from South Boston are like, I'm not going to miss it this year. I'm not going to miss it. But then when they found out Teresa was, they said, that bald head girl. Yeah, that's her. That's her. And so it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
So what do you dance during the week though, Brian? What kind of classes do you have?
Oh, I teach 4 times a week. I teach Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And Monday night I teach my high beginners and intermediate. Tuesday night is straight beginners, nothing but beginners. And then on my Thursday night class, we do a nonstop party. It's 75 minutes of straight music, no teaching, no nothing. Everybody come in, get your cardio, get your dance in, and it's a great opportunity. And that's Thursday. That's Thursday. It's a great opportunity to practice what we did on Monday and Tuesday. It's a great opportunity to practice it and get it in, and then class in South Boston. So that's the area that I'm trying to grow. Trying to get more people involved. And so that's beginner and high beginner. So 4 days a week.
Y'all be messing me up with this Virginia stuff because Christina? She was from where? What was that at?
Krista, she's from Richmond,
Carlos,
California.
Yeah. And then it was something else, Virginia. Okay.
Pittsburgh. She's from Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, Virginia. I thought she misspelled them both. She said no.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm learning, bro. Well, you want to have any shout outs there?
Well, let me give a couple of shout outs. I see a couple of people from home that's there, so I got to give them some shout outs. Give it's a young lady on there, T.S. Davis. Davis. That's Teresa Stone Davis. That's my assistant teacher. Right?
Okay.
That's my assistant teacher. One of the things that we started.
That's the tall lady, right? She's tall. She's short. She real short. Oh, okay. No, she gonna shoot me now, Carlos, because I done called her real short. She gonna shoot me. I did it. But one of the things that we started in Danville and in South Boston is I've got like 3 other people that I'm mentoring in the line dance game. I'm mentoring,
because I'm 60 years old, right? I just turned 60 this year, and I hope to dance as long as Mr. Charles does, right? I hope to dance, but I can't do it all, right? We all need to have that succession plan, right? We all need so that we can bring some younger folks into it, some different voices. And so I've got 3 instructors that I'm working with, and no matter where you go, you will be able to get out on the floor and dance, right? Not teaching people how to dance to a song, but teaching people the terminology. So if they roll up to Carlos's class on a Monday night, they can jump right in because they know all the terminology that Carlos is going to use. If they come down to Mr. Charles's class, all they got to do is jump right in because they may not know the dance, but they know the terminology and they know how to recognize which steps that they are. So that's a little something that we're working on in Southside Virginia, so that no matter where my people go, they can just fall in, and you never know that they weren't that instructor's students. And so I want to give a shout out to my assistant teacher. Got to give her a shout. She might be short, but I still got to give her a shout out, right?
We call them undercover instructors.
Undercover instructors. I got to give a shout out to Birmingham's best. Katisha Reynolds Cole. I gotta give her a shout out.
Captain T.
Because just like we were talking about earlier, I had a conference in Birmingham, and I didn't know nobody that danced in Birmingham. I ain't know nobody. And so I got in touch with Katrina Daniels, and I said, Katrina, who in Birmingham teaches classes? And she said, you probably want to check out Katisha, right? And so I got in touch with Katisha, brought 2 people with me, right? And she treated us like family.
That's where it's supposed to be.
Right? Just treated us. We all went out to dinner afterwards. And I'm going to tell y'all one thing for sure, all right? I usually, when I go out of town, I don't like to eat chain food. I like to experience the local cuisine and try something local. She took us, I think it was an Applebee's. Katisha, tell me if I'm right or not. But she took us to this Applebee's, right? And it was the soul food Applebee's. Everything was seasoned, everything was good, right? It won't like just regular Applebee's. It was soul food Applebee's.
That's that new one.
And everything was beautiful, right? So, I got to give a shout out to her. I got to give a shout out to Ricky Poppins. Ricky, that's my brother. I met Ricky when I was young, and Ricky, he would help me and give me advice and give me information. So I got to give a shout out to Ricky. And then lastly, I got to give a shout out to Claudette Melton Morrison. There have been other instructors that came to Danville before I started teaching classes, because I think Stefan came to Danville one time and did a class or did a workshop. But Claudette was the first person that reached out to me and came to the class. She taught class, invited me to her, showed me what line dance was all about, and introduced me to so many people that, she got me started. And so I got to give mad love to, she just reached out to me yesterday. So I got to give mad love to Claudette Melton Morrison and those black boots.
Shout out to my grandmother on here. What's up, Mama?
I saw that. Lillian. All right.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day. Yeah, like you said, a peak your life. They really do. And it's line dance. This is my family. I didn't tell you, Carlos, going back to Denver in October for like a week and a half. It's been 3 years. So I'm going to go back, and they got 2 60th birthday parties. But still, the line dance family is, I'm telling y'all right now, that's my family. That is a fact. You guys are
my grandmother, she's going to be on the cruise. Y'all get to meet her.
All right.
Oh, wow.
All right. Looking forward to meeting her. So many people. I got some people from home, from Denver. Can't wait for sure. Well, my friend, I know we're getting past that hour and a half part, but look like Grandma just came on. We don't want to just get off as soon as she come on, though, do we?
About to
What can
order
we
some
say?
food. We just got off the highway from Greenville. I'm about to order some food. We gotta do some takeout, Chinese or something.
I told you I worked.
We might gotta find us a soul food Applebee's.
I know.
Hey, look, I'm telling you, look, the greens, the cat, even the cabbage was
Wow.
seasoned. I was like,
At
at
Applebee's?
Applebee's?
Don't even fit. Don't even fit.
Let me see the cook. Who is the cook in the back? Who back there cooking? Somebody
Oh,
back there.
boy. Well, you know, this is
Because it was funny. It was funny. She said, y'all want to go out to eat? And I was like, yeah, we hungry. Yeah, let's go out to eat. And she said, let's go to Applebee's. And my face was like, Applebee's? I don't want to go to no Applebee's.
really
I can go to Applebee's at the house.
Yeah.
I don't want
pick
to go to
another
Applebee's.
place.
And Katisha was like, no, you want to check this Applebee's
She
out.
knew.
And I was like, oh, all right. Man. You know how they say everything, but they say everything was seasoned?
Yeah.
Everything was seasoned.
Yeah, everything.
Everything was seasoned.
Oh, Alexa said,
Uh-huh.
so Alexa's mom came to Ronnie's event. She said now after she came to Ronnie's event, she wants to go on the cruise.
I met her mom too. Dang.
Yeah.
I took pictures. I gotta go put them pictures out.
So Thursday, she was sitting next to Chantel from LDFF, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, she said when she was telling me about their knees, and I was telling her, no, I remember now. So I said, no, you gotta get out here. Her knees was bad. I told her, leave them alone. I had no idea. I was Alexa. Oh my God. Hey, like you said, everybody look alike. Line dancers.
You don't know?
You're a line dancer to me. Well, this is why I want you on here, Brian. I remember last time, like I said, we were on here and you couldn't talk that much because like 6 of them. And the reason why we had this podcast anyway, everyone already knows, is one thing to see someone on the dance floor. You cannot have a conversation, know anything. You just see them dancing. Then they come and they go in these conventions. The podcast, at least this one, gets a bit more intimate and people know stuff they never knew about you, some of them that do. And so this is why you're 206, Brian, 206 episode. It's the 206th episode today. So
206, all right.
You want to be on here because next week, everybody, we will not be on here. It's Memorial's Day. Me and Annette both working at a fair. And then a week after that, the first, we're having, I love to even say this, April Johnson, Speed Demon, and Donnie. Both of them gonna be on the same time. But the ones that took over, same time. They took over the beginners.
A lot of energy. We might not have to come on for that show. They can let them do it. They can
just let them go. Just sit back and y'all go.
So listen,
and I always tell
what Brian was saying though, like for me, like I've been to a lot of events all over the country, but I like to pop up at people's classes. And I feel like I've had the best experiences. When you go to an event, it's overwhelming. It's a lot going on. You probably get like a moment, but you don't really get time with nobody. Then you probably just really talking to like the instructor of their group, but not the people of the group.
Yeah. Yes.
Like when I go to a class, like I went to Kalisa class, we all went out to eat after class, and I'm like, I get to meet all 40 of y'all. Like I know them now. Like I just don't know Kalisa. It ain't Kalisa and them. Like I know. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Beautiful. The rest of the class, or when I went to the Maria class, like it's different when you get to sit down with people and hang out, kick it. It's more intimate, and you really get to know people. Like I as much as I stress traveling, that's cool. But if you really want to like get to know people for real, pull up to that class.
Go to that class.
And it's the perfect time of year because it don't get dark till 9. So sometimes we be in the parking lot after class talking or dancing, whatever. Like it's just a different energy, And then when you come from out of town, people that might normally go home after class immediately, they'll be happy to stick around, like, okay, well, let's where I want to go. I want to do something, it's so cool, man. This is a cool life.
I see Alicia said great podcast. We want Alicia Williams and Q also on our podcast. The second half of the fearsome foursome.
Mama, how you know I love Jamaican food? You know that's my thing. I do need to find some Jamaican. And whenever I go to y'all,
Carlos
I
Barber.
gotta find some Jamaican food. Next time I come to South Boston, you guys show me where the Jamaican food at. Caribbean food.
Ooh-wee. Okay.
Well, you know, for my birthday, a short girl that was popping up in my class. Surprise, I wasn't there. Rhonda, surprise, I wasn't. He called Mr. Charles. I surprised this. I'm not having a class today.
That
So,
happened to me. I tried to surprise Earl and Bernadette. And first of all, it's a 6-hour drive. I'm trying
wow.
to surprise them.
Uh-huh.
I'm halfway there, and they canceled the class. I'm 3
Oh,
hours on the highway,
man.
so I end up going to. So I'm in Baltimore. I'm halfway there. I'm in Baltimore now, and I end up going to Randy Dennis's class. I'm like, well, I'm going to somebody line dance class.
Somebody.
So
Mhm.
I call April. I'm like, I'm in Baltimore. Where's a class at? I know your class is not today, but where's the class? She's like, Randy got class. I'm like, all right, well, but I was trying to surprise somebody and pop up, and it backfired. Like, wow.
Well, Carlos Barber said pop up in their class in Tampa, Florida. You can request already, brother.
All right, now I'm gonna get there on the plane, and y'all gonna be like, well, we in Minnesota. We at. I don't like Saturday classes like that because most people travel on the weekends, so you can't pop up on a week. I'd rather pop up on a Wednesday or a Monday. I
Yeah.
feel safer than on a
Everything
Saturday.
is booked. I mean, line dance is booked more than anything else in your life. It seems like it's just booked everywhere.
What events are
Everywhere
you going to? Speaking of being booked, what events are you going to coming up, Brian?
Well, number one, going to the Line Dance Groovy Cruise. How about that?
Yep.
Hey, I heard about that.
Okay.
I heard about that.
Have you haven't heard
I
about
heard
that,
about
Mr. Charles?
I heard about it.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I heard you.
Okay. Also, supporting my sister in Winston-Salem. Hype's anniversary is in July, so going to Hype. I think I heard through the grapevine maybe going back to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, real soon. I heard that's what I heard through the grapevine. I ain't sure yet. But heard going to the grapevine. Trying to go to New Orleans again.
Okay.
So and then just waiting for James Carr to let us know when North Carolina's biggest beginners workshop is for 2020 2025.
That was amazing.
So
that was an amazing event.
That's some of the things.
That was an amazing event.
Yeah,
I told James when I got there, I said I was not expecting this. Like this was
a lot
amazing.
of people.
Venue, I like the venue. Yeah. It was nice set up, like it's like in a little bowl and the little bleachers up top. I was nice. That was nice.
That's a nice. The Durham Armory is a nice spot to hold a line dance event because I usually go up on the balcony and you can just get the pictures of all those people on the floor dancing at the same time. It's wild. It's wild.
Carlos, you got another request to pop up in New Haven. Okay, you
my grandmother.
You're popping up
they
there.
got dancing up there too. I need to pop up there, check them out.
Used to be
They don't travel that much. They dance, but they don't travel that much in New Haven. Gotta get them to come out.
Hey, Carlos, you want to go ahead and give the toast since I kind of did it last couple of weeks when you weren't here. So you want to get homeboy toast?
Yeah, we can give Brian a toast. Let me see what we got. Let me get home.
My baby's home. Hey, we all right.
All right,
Brian has been a pleasure.
Drink of the night, Le Portier. Club Shay Shay.
You got that Shay Shay. You got that Shay Shay.
We was in Ronnie's class. We out there drink. What you said, Carlos? The liquor store closes.
Oh, you should missed it. You missed it.
They close. I just found that out.
So they do the parking lot party at night at the after party.
Yeah.
And I poured the whole cool out, man.
No, that big old cooler.
I said, free liquor. Man, everybody came running over there. All right, so we're gonna this toast is for Brian, man. We wanna wish you the best, man. You know, like I said,
Yes.
we talked already, but you are going in the right direction. You got the right energy, you got the right people around you. Your team is
Yes.
awesome. Keep that spirit that you have about you, because it's not rare in the community, but it's needed. It is
Yes.
needed.
There you
When
go.
we travel, when we show up to these events, people and faces like you make it easy for us to fly. Like y'all going through TSA and packing y'all bags and doing all that. We doing all of that just to get to these people like Brian. Like I'm telling you, it makes it easy to do this stuff.
I'm looking forward to it.
We love you, man. Close to you.
Love you, bro. Welcome to the family. The
Much love.
family, bro.
Much love. Much love.
Yeah, I have my what was it called? You had peach
Crown Peach.
Yeah, they called me that at the first beginners ball, and Q called me that.
Mr. Crown Peach.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Have y'all tried that was it blueberry crown?
No, Teresa is the crown. Teresa is the crown girl. She's the crown girl.
You gonna have some when I get there, Brian? I'll try it.
I got you. I got you. No, Mr. Charles, you know what I got for you? Have you ever heard of Uncle Nearest?
Never heard of
it. Yeah, I've heard of it. Mm-hmm.
Uncle Nearest, that's a black man that I think it's Jim Beam. Is it Jim Beam?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Was it Jim Beam or what but he was the one that actually made it. But you know they ain't give him no credit for it. So he made his own liquor, and had his own liquor, and it's under his name, Uncle Nearest.
I don't really drink.
So that's what I'm gonna have.
I don't really drink until I'm ready to drink. Because I drunk on that cruise. Everybody, what was that? Call us to kiss on the lips. I drunk everywhere.
Yeah,
I don't drink
four of those. Yeah, about 4 of those.
I went to drinking university too, the United States Army.
Yeah, but, you're right.
Yeah. You have any last words for us, Brian? We getting ready to shut her down?
I guess the only last words that I would have, everybody that's in the line dance community, cherish what we have, right?
Yes.
Cherish it, take advantage of it, because it's not everywhere, right? We've got something that's very, very special. We've got something that can really be a great thing for people. Like you, Mr. Charles, I love to see the people on the floor with the smiles and the love, and just, you know, with everything that's going on in this crazy world, to have the opportunity to be on the floor with people that are like-minded and like you, that's a blessing.
Yes.
That's a blessing. And so, you know, every time we get on the floor, we should cherish the fact that we are able to get on the floor, and cherish the fact that we are with each other. And as long as we don't forget that, then everything that we do will be in order. So, you know, that's what I hope. Amen. That's my wish for everybody. Amen. Don't forget what we have. Amen. And continue to cherish it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I mean, what can you say? What can you say to that, Carlos? I mean, that kind of covered it right there. Good. Seriously. My students, they're hooked. They got the bug now. They even said their husbands called them and said, "Don't get yourself in trouble," because they was dancing in the parking lot. Like, they didn't want to come home. This is what it does to you.
I'm gonna give everybody a little tip. A lot of times in this community, we reach for the people that we want to support us. But the easiest way to do this thing is to support the people that support you. Mm-hmm. You'll get so much further, and it's so easy. You don't want to be forcing yourself on nobody. You want all your connections and networking and your friendships to be naturally, organically grown. And you just support the people that support you. You'd be surprised you get further along than just trying to force relationships on people that you think you need to be involved with. Your tribe will find you. Your people will find you. They're gonna
Yes.
love
Yep.
on you.
Yep.
You love on them back, and it's gonna happen. Listen
Right.
to me. I don't get nowhere else to where I'm at now without doing it. I'm telling you. Love on the
Right.
people
I
who
like
love on
that.
you.
And Mr. Charles, one last thing before I go.
No, go for it.
I gotta give one last shout out to all my people for Southside Urban Line Dance.
There you
You
go.
know, I love them. I mean, they drive me absolutely, positively crazy. Right? Absolutely, positively crazy.
I wonder.
Okay. All right. I'm on call 24 hours a day, every day. I don't know if y'all get it, but I get songs that's thrown at
Yep.
me at 3:00 in the morning.
Yep.
Yep. Can we learn this song 3:00 in the morning? Right.
Yep.
On the weekends, I'm chilling. I ain't got nothing to do, and I get a request for a line dance song. Right. But I wouldn't have it any other way because I am only as great as they are.
Yeah.
I am only as great
Without
as they
them
are.
wouldn't be you. Yeah. Why
Right.
you
Right.
think we all bald headed? Okay, they drove us all crazy. Wait a minute.
It's the truth. It's the truth. But I wouldn't. I love them to death. Love them to death. Every last one of them. Even the ones that drive in the middle of the night, I'm like, leave me alone. But much love. Much love.
Well, our favorite saying is, love the people God gave you because one day he's going to take them away. He's going to take them away. So love them now.
That's right.
Love them now. Seriously. Tell them what we say, give them their flowers now. Okay. They can hear you.
That's
now.
right.
They can hear you. They can't hear you when you're gone.
That's right.
So.
Avis got it. It was Jack Daniels. It wasn't just
I know.
me.
I'm looking at
Jack
that.
Daniels.
I look at Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels.
Oh.
And they wouldn't get a brother credit.
No. Jack got that credit.
Jack got that credit.
All right, everybody. We're glad everybody tuned in. We're sorry we on. Hey, we made it work though, didn't we? We on YouTube, and we wanted my man on here. Like we said, we don't want just the people everybody know, because if we don't get the people nobody knows, how they know him? Yeah, this thing gets big, and a lot of people look at this. So give them their little shine and everything too. So we want to get those little people that no one goes to their class, or a lot of people do go to their class. You don't even know it. You don't even know it. Some of these people got these big classes, and nobody knows who they are. So, and we didn't mention this, but if you want to be on this podcast, we keep telling you, we'd rather have you find us than us find you, because we know you want to be on here. Just let us know. And I guess we should put up our email, huh, Carlos? Yeah. All right, everybody. My wife made it home safely. Yay. She went to another city. And we do not work tomorrow. Please do not call us. He's been working for a while. I know Carlos got to retire. And he's getting ready to do his thing again. So we just recommend everybody. I can't wait to meet your people, man. You're gonna meet some of them. We're gonna meet some of them on the cruise, but the others, I can't wait.
They know who you are.
Well, I definitely want to know who they are, especially when you said a dance floor would be crowded. No, that's what I love. That's what I love. I don't know what happened to it, Carlos. I guess it came down. All right, everybody. Last week I was on here, like I said, no line dancing. Next week, happy Memorials to everybody. Stay safe. Watch all the craziness. You know how it is on these holidays sometimes. So I'm gonna call it Grandma Carlos. I'll call it Grandma Carlos. Looking forward to meet you. Grandma Avis. Any last thing, Carl? I'll let you take it away, Carl, because I've been on here for a while by myself. I'll let you take it away.
Make sure I ain't got no feedback. You hear me? Okay. Yeah. Man. Also, travel. Make sure y'all travel, guys. Get out here. Get outside your comfort zone. Get your dance on. The calendar is all over the place on Universal Soul Line Dancing on Facebook. And I'm gonna see most of y'all. I'm gonna see y'all on the dance floor somewhere. If I want to see you on the ship deck, dance floor, train station, somewhere. I'm gonna see you somewhere soon. Keep dancing. And what Queen Taylor's favorite words when we end the show?
We said love is no good unless you give it away. You got to get that love away, y'all. This is love for all you people out there. I'm glad that his group chimed in. Don't let this be your last time, though. Please.
And Brian,
And
we
if you-
appreciate you on here. We appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for giving me the opportunity. I appreciate it.
All right, everybody. Have a great week.
Peace.